Today, I'm going to talk about Angines de Poitrine's song Sherpa and how they use tension and resolution in an effective but slightly unusual way. In Western classical music, when we have tension in music, it's called a dissonance. This is where we get notes that clash together to create this unsettling tension and drama and conflict between notes. And this is great if you want to sort of build up tension and you want to create a certain mood or effect. Generally, though, that dissonance will be resolved to a consonance, that is, to notes that sound and harmonize well together. And it's a very satisfying moment when you hear that tension and then it resolves and everything feels right with the world again. Here's a couple of examples of tension and release. Sherpa, they do something very, very interesting. Generally speaking, when we have a dissonance, it's a clash between two pitches or two or more pitches, and then it's the resolution of those pitches to a stable harmony. And that's how it works. But what they do here is they create an incredibly dissonant tension in the guitar part. And you can hear it over and over and over, this real biting, snarly kind of tension that is built up in the guitar, and the drums start to build up as well. And as they build up and it gets heavier and heavier and more dramatic, you can really feel a sense that a resolution is coming. And it's very satisfying because you can hear it coming, and you think, yes, it's going to resolve. And it does resolve, but interestingly, it doesn't resolve in the way that we expect, because instead of that tension in the guitar part resolving to a more stable harmony, what happens is the tension continues, the dissonance continues, and the resolution actually comes in the drum part. So if you listen to this example, you'll hear how it builds up. Listen to that dissonance in the guitar, that clashing, that tension, and then you're going to hear the beat drop. It's going to get into its groove, and that is the resolution. That is the tension moving into release. It's not the release from the dissonance in the guitar, it's the release from that built-up energy, that built-up rhythmic beat that constantly drives the music forward before it eventually comes back into a stable rhythm, a rhythm that feels very foot-tapping, very catchy. And I think it's very clever because what they actually have done is they've used tension and resolution in a traditional sense, but instead of the resolution being in the dissonant guitar parts, it's actually in the rhythm section. And I think that's pretty clever. Anyway, have a little listen and see what you think and let me know in the comments. Take care. You can say goodbye, Puss.